Well, good morning. Today's gonna be a long day. It's 4:30 in the morning. I'm on my way to Tampa International Airport. Gonna be flying commercially to Baltimore. So what does it have to do with this video? Well, a buddy of mine called me up. He has a Cessna 337 that he needs to relocate from Baltimore over to Oklahoma. So he asked me if I wanted to join him. So I took a look. I didn't see any videos on the internet of Cessna 337s. That's that twin-engine Cessna. You'll see shortly. So I said, why not? So flying out to Baltimore, gonna fly with him. We're gonna fly from Baltimore out to Indiana, get some fuel, and then on to Oklahoma, and then I'm flying commercially back. So it's gonna be a long day, but it also brings up another point that I never really talk much about, but I wanted to thank my Patreon supporters, because this video is only possible because of my Patreon supporters, because the expenses and everything that I incur from this is being taken care of by my supporters from Patreon. So if you're interested in joining Patreon and helping me out and supporting this channel, there'll be a link down below, or just go to Patreon and put in Baron Pilot. So hope you enjoy the flight. So after that 2.5 hour flight, I'm now here with my buddy Mike, sitting there putting fuel in the airplane. Somebody's got to do it. That's what happens when you got minions. You let them do it. So we're gonna fly. We're gonna fly from Tipton out to Indiana, get some more fuel. They'll be doing more of that, and then on to Oklahoma.
A little more go-go juice. Liquid money.
Yeah, hi, Cessna 2 Quebec Foxtrot. I'd like to pick up my IFR to Lima Mike Sierra.
India Mike Sierra.
I'm sorry, India Mike Sierra. 2 Quebec Foxtrot is cleared to India Mike Sierra. 130 on the heading, radar vectors, Woolly, Vector 44, as filed. 2000, 8010 minutes, 119.7, and squawk 0514 for 2 Quebec Foxtrot.
Holy traffic, 2 Quebec Foxtrots taxiing to the active 28.
Yeah, hi, this is Cessna 2 Quebec Foxtrot at Foxtrot Mike Echo, ready to go at 28. Okay, clear for departure, and we're on the roll now, so. For 2 Quebec Foxtrot, you too, bye-bye. All right, so we were 290 heading instead, which will be a little quicker for us, he said, and 128.7. All right, you are clear right.
Tipton traffic, 2 Quebec Foxtrots taking the active 28 Tipton.
Not have any radio control, this sucks.
All right, we're gonna do a full power. We're close to it.
Copy you.
Tipton traffic, 2 Quebec Foxtrots on the roll, 28 Tipton.
I see rear engine. I see fuel flows. They're coming up.
Airspeed alive.
We got 10 and 9. Positive rate.
So,
Hunk you up.
I'll get it. Tipton traffic, 2 Quebec Foxtrots departing the pattern, 290. Altitude, thank you. 1,000 feet.
2,000 feet.
Baltimore departure, 337, 2 Quebec Foxtrots with you, climbing through 1,800.
Number 2 Quebec Foxtrot, Potomac, IDET, altimeter 3010.
IDET 30103, 2 Quebec Foxtrot. And that's passing 900 for Quebec Foxtrot.
Number 2 Quebec Fox, roger, radar contact 2 miles west of Tipton, climb and maintain 3000.
Climb maintain 3000, Quebec Foxtrot. Quebec Foxtrot saying that quickly is awful.
Well, the good news is, that's all you'll ever say.
Yeah.
Since that is the entire call sign.
Terrain, pull up.
Obviously my GPS is not communicating right now. Oh, I know what it is. Because we're in a pressurized cabin. I gotta change the sensor on here.
Yeah, we're getting crushed with winds right now.
Yeah. Holy shit, we are. You're not making your flight tonight, dude. We'll be calling Delta at our next stop. These winds are eating us up, dude.
That's saying it's 400 degrees?
1,400.
I'm looking at the bar on cylinder 1. And yep.
Yeah.
Got flaps are open or closed?
I was closing them. Open them a little bit. 460 is the cutoff for them.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
It's going down as soon as you did that.
Yeah.
I actually found in my Mooney that, because I could, like this, I could, you know, crack them. I found in cruise, if I closed them all the way and then opened them up just to crack, that,
42,
that was actually when I got the best performance.
Approach 121.2, good day.
It's almost like it let some of that pressure out. So we're currently flying, I would use the term level, but I'm going to use that term loosely. Level 8,000 feet. We have an outside air temperature of about, say about 5 degrees Celsius. We have an indicated airspeed of, looks like about 145 indicated. 150 indicated. But we have a ground speed of 115 knots. Do the math there, we are getting crushed. Crushed with this headwind. But we kind of assumed that was going to happen. I was trying to be optimistic and hope it wouldn't. Because I actually have a flight to catch to try to go home. Because I came here just to do this video for you guys. Looked on the, when Mike had called me up and told me that he needed to relocate this airplane. I looked on YouTube and I didn't see really much as far as 337s in flight. So I figured what a great opportunity to go and bring you guys a nice Cessna 337 on our channel. So I want to thank my Patreon supporters because it's your support that enabled me to be able to do this. Because obviously doing this incurs flying commercially. Apparently it's going to be a hotel now, even though I bought a ticket to go home tonight. But headwinds don't change. We're not going to make our destination in time. So I thank you guys personally and directly for your support. If you want to join that group of people, be sure to click on the link down below, or go ahead and go to patreon.com and search Baron Pilot.
Momentary to rejoin.
All right, left.
So we got a manifold pressure set at about 29 inches. We got RPM set at about 2450. And we're in a nice pressurized cabin, so even though I got the jacket on, I'm actually a little warm. That's why Mike here is in his short sleeve, being all comfortable while I'm wrapped up in my jacket.
I'm also the official autopilot.
He is the autopilot. He's also the official radio guy because I don't have any buttons on my side, at least not that I see. So this is my kind of flight. I get to actually sit back, relax, and just kind of point.
Oh, you can do snacks.
I'm not hungry yet. I'm not doing that yet.
Like the winds we're getting are in waves because it pushes us back. Then we're down way on airspeed. I mean,
8 Whiskey Golf is cleared.
Huge front that just came through last night.
Be direct Martinsburg, you are
Smooth though.
Bravo.
It is smooth.
Correct. Maintain.
And here goes the airspeed again. I'm constantly fighting our altitude. So, at 100 miles, we'll cross the ridge. Then we can go ahead and drop down.
What does it show for lower?
At 6,000, it's 50. It's 10 knots less. It's right on the nose, though.
Friendly 592, traffic off your right.
Wish I had an armrest.
3 o'clock.
I got one.
Passing east.
Perfect.
Southwest, a little bit behind you there, 8,500.
Keep your leg over there.
We'll keep an eye out for him.
I'm man spreading. Be great if we were going the other direction.
Oh, we'd be loving life right now.
That's always, every flight I take, I'm always in a headwind. Look at this now. Coming in waves.
How do you like? Do you feel this is heavy on the yoke?
Don't even notice it.
As long as you have it balanced. That's kind of the key.
It looks big, but it actually doesn't weigh a whole lot.
What about your iPad being up on the windshield?
So this is more for my electronic logbook, because this doesn't transfer logbook for whatever reason. But this is snappier to use when you're looking up a frequency or an approach plate or whatever. I can get through this menu a lot quicker. A lot of lag in this. You see how the update rate.
Was that the Garmin?
Yeah.
So you, but how do you feel with it being where it is? Does it block your view?
It does. I'll pull this down when we get ready to land. On my aircraft, I have it over here a little bit more where it's against the pillar, so it's really you're not losing any sight.
It's where you can't see anyways.
This cockpit's a lot narrower, and I mean your window's already top down.
And your regular airplane's a 320.
320. Yep. Going through a rather lengthy avionics install, which we'll need to get you up in it with the new autopilot and new panel that we just put in.
Yeah, once it gets done, we're going to do a flight in his 320. He actually just got a brand new autopilot. I'm so jealous.
S-Tech 3100.
So jealous.
Cadillac of autopilots.
There he goes, rubbing it in. You see what I got to deal with?
But now, I'm coming out of a...
But does he have an Avidyne IFD 550?
I do not.
No.
But I'm coming out of a Cessna 800 air-driven, tube-powered autopilot. Basically, the only thing left working in it was the heading bug worked semi-okay, and the altitude holds occasionally worked.
Yeah. I still have the Century 3 in my airplane, and relatively speaking, it's actually a pretty decent autopilot. That being said, I'm dying for a new autopilot, but compared to what you were dealing with, I definitely was am in a much better situation than you were in.
Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, so we'll take you up in that though soon as it's done. And you got the G5. We got 2 G5s you put in there as well.
G5s got rid of. They had 4 vacuum pumps on it. Got rid of all 4 vacuum pumps. That was a
0 vacuum pumps now. How nice is that?
I was always chasing a vacuum pump failure. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. So anyhow, that's just a little teaser of what's to come. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. Otherwise, you might miss out. So you don't want to miss out on flights like that, videos, and so.
We've flown an hour and we're still saying 3.5 hours. Good gosh. We're just over the getting over the Appalachian Ridge right now. I turned on the topographical map, so once we get over this ridge, well, that yellow brown stuff. Apparently don't see a lot of ridges flying down to Florida.
I see lots of bridges. What are you talking about?
Ridges.
Oh, ridges.
about 3,500 foot peaks. Obviously 8,000 feet we don't have to worry about it, but it's keeping us up in the winds, which is a lot slower right now.
So you may have noticed on this airplane, we are a twin engine, and yet there's no engines out on the wings. Well, that's because the Cessna 337 is considered a centered line thrust airplane, meaning that all the thrust is coming down the center. And so there's some advantages and disadvantages to flying a twin engine that way. And in fact, if you get your rating in a twin engine in one of these, you actually have a limitation that limits you from multi-engine only to center thrust airplanes. So ideally, if you're doing your training, you wouldn't want to do a training in a 337 unless that's the airplane you're going to own and you're going to fly it, and of course, it's no big deal. But one of the things, in fact, when we were taxiing the airplane, as someone who's used to flying a multi-engine airplane, one of the things we do a lot when we're taxiing is we'll, because you have the engines on each engine, you'll use the thrust from one engine to help you turn. So if you're turning left, for example, you might bring up the right engine and not the left engine, and help kind of push you along. So where when we went to get fuel, you actually tried to do the same thing, but with the centerline thrust, it's got no effect. It's all in the center.
How do you know I wasn't trying to slow the plane down?
So I wasn't throwing you into the bus, I was just explaining the differences. So, but one of the advantages is that if you do lose an engine, you don't have that yaw tendency like you do in a regular twin engine airplane. So VMC is not a factor. It just basically becomes an airplane that's operating on one engine. There's other factors that come in. You have drag. You do lose performance, but you don't have that yawing tendency or that VMC roll that you tend to hear about when a twin engine airplane loses an engine and the pilot loses control and it rolls over. It gets too slow. But a disadvantage, though, is you can't see the engine behind you. So we got engine in front of us and behind us. So at critical phases, especially like on takeoff, it's imperative that you pay attention to your gauges, your fuel flow, your manifold pressure, your RPM, because those are really going to be your only indication that you lost that rear engine on takeoff. And if you're not aware of it, you lost that performance. It can be quickly turn into a bigger situation than it needs to be. So we're about 26 miles out.
Can I say that I'm so happy that you brought me a noise canceling headset to use today, because however much this is a joy of an aircraft to fly, it is very loud with the engine aft and one in front of us.
You know, I know it's loud only because at one point when I was messing with my headset, but otherwise, it actually doesn't seem very loud to me.
But no, not with the headsets on, correct. Yeah. My other headset, we'll just say the green one that I have, the DC with no noise cancellation, wouldn't have been an enjoyable flight with that headset on.
Well, not to mention the pressure on your head too, as it presses on.
Yeah, no, this has been very comfortable. I haven't used one of these Bose before, and I like it a lot.
Glad you liked it.
I will be doing some post-Christmas shopping for myself when I get home. But because it is an expensive headset, and I've always been a little gun shy to buy one and then have to do the whole return process if I didn't like it or not. But being able to 3.5 hours into the flight now, and I don't even realize I'm wearing a headset.
I actually went without noise canceling for a long time, spending $1,000 on noise canceling headset.
That's a lot of gas I could buy.
It's a lot of money, but then you start factoring in fatigue and everything else. You suddenly and not to mention protecting your own ears. I mean you can't regain hearing loss.
Quebec Foxtrot, do you have the weather, Madison?
Affirmative. We're hoping to get down to about 2,500. We should be able to get another VFR.
Okay, so you plan on the visual?
Affirmative. Number 9. Well, that's a great radio to have for a nav2.
This one?
Bulletproof.
Been around a long time. So when I ran into my mooning, it's been all updated. He's got Aspen, he's got a G5, he's got WAS. Still has this in a second navcom.
Nice. Did you get a picture of the Mooney?
I did on the outside.
Nice.
I didn't take a picture of the inside. Being that somebody was calling me, yelling at me to hurry up.
Yep, that would be me.
Okay.
But when you're dealing with a 60 knot headwind, every second you lose on the ground, you're gaining in the air.
Yeah, true that.
Not gaining in the good way either.
Number 2, Quebec Foxtrot, descend and maintain 3,000.
3,000 to Quebec Foxtrot.
What are you reaching for?
My altitude alerter.
Alright, sending 3,000. I have, I also have it in 1. Yep.
Number 2, Quebec Foxtrot, I have a phone number for you to call and eat on the ground. It'll be faster to cancel on that phone number than with flight service. Advise ready to copy.
Bye. Ready to copy to Quebec Foxtrot.
Number 2, Quebec Foxtrot, the phone number is area code 502-375-74-9er.
I got it.
Copy that for Quebec Foxtrot.
Alright, fly that plane.
Alright, let's get down so we can find this run. And picking up a little bit of rime ice.
Look okay? Yep. Got your heat on?
Yeah.
Louisville approach, Comanche 904, 84 Papa, wicked 8,000. Comanche 904, 84 Papa, Louisville approach, altimeter 3033, good afternoon. 033, good afternoon, 84 Papa.
Breaking out of it?
Occasionally I'm seeing getting thin, but not yet. I see ground contact.
Runway 17 left.
Roger, 175.
Another 500 feet, we should be out.
Approach at 2 Quebec Foxtrot.
Number 2, Quebec Foxtrot, Louisville.
We are VFR, like to cancel IFR at this time.
2 Quebec Foxtrot, IFR cancellation received. No traffic observed between you and Madison. Change advisory frequencies approved. And if you're flying back out later, you can reach us for your outbound clearance on that phone number.
We will be, and we'll be talking to you soon, Quebec Foxtrot. Thanks for the help today. Look at that, 160 knots. Good God. Where were you 3 hours ago?
Exactly. You beat me to the punch.
All right, 5 miles. Field in sight. Wide.
Yep. Start calling them on radio.
Madison traffic, 2 Quebec Foxtrot is 5 to the northeast of the field, entering via 5 mile left base for runway 21 Madison. All right, gear coming out. That gear warning horn set a little high.
Good thing.
All right, I got a wheel.
All right, we got green. Wheel on my side. Oh, there we go. I see a wheel now. Wow, it's way down there.
Yeah. Madison traffic, 2 Quebec Foxtrot, turning final, runway 21 Madison. Alright. Back, props forward. As needed. Maps look good. That's traffic, 2 Quebec Foxtrot, short final, runway 21 Madison.
All riding their bike. Well, this is stop 1 of 2 on our trip to Oklahoma. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button. Be sure to ring that bell for notification of when part 2 of this trip comes out. Fly from Indiana to Oklahoma. So Hope you guys enjoyed this. Till the next one. Stay safe.
Mags are off.